Imagine waking up in the middle of the ocean on a boat that is falling apart. There is no land for miles, just endless salt water and a deep, painful gash in your head. That is exactly how Tami Oldham's nightmare began. It was 1983. 24-year-old Tami and her fiancé, Richard Sharp, were sailing a luxury yacht from Tahiti to San Diego. The sky was a clear, beautiful blue, and they had so many plans for their future. But out in the open sea, everything changed in a heartbeat when they ran right into Hurricane Raymond. The winds were screaming at over 200 miles per hour. Waves as tall as buildings were tossing their boat around like a tiny toy. Tommy tried to take cover inside the cabin, while Richard tied himself to the deck with a safety line to keep from being swept away. Then a massive wall of water hit. The boat flipped completely over, a full 360 degrees, and Tommy was knocked unconscious as her head slammed against the cabin wall. When she finally opened her eyes 27 hours later, the cabin was flooded with water. She managed to crawl out onto the deck, and her heart just stopped. Richard was gone. All that was left was his safety line, snapped clean in half. The ocean had taken him. Tommy was now completely alone on a wrecked boat in the middle of nowhere. The mast was shattered, the engine was dead, and the radio was silent. Blood was dripping from a deep cut on her forehead, and the pain was so bad she could hardly see. But even in that darkness, a tiny spark of survival took hold of her. She knew that if she just sat there, she would die. She searched through the wreckage and found a sextant and a watch. There was no GPS or modern navigation, just her, the sun, and the stars to figure out where she was. She didn't give up. She managed to rig up a small makeshift sail using the broken mast. With only a few cans of food and a tiny bit of water, she began a journey that seemed impossible. One day bled into the next. The loneliness was crushing, and the grief of losing Richard was almost too much to bear. There were moments when she wanted to just jump into the water and end it all, but something kept her going. During the day, the sun scorched her skin, and at night, the freezing cold made her body shake uncontrollably. Her head injury was a constant reminder that her time was running out. Think about that for a second. 41 days of fighting for your life against the power of the entire ocean. Every wave was a threat to her life. When she ran out of water, she had to pray for rain just to survive another day. Finally, on the 41st day, she saw a thin green line on the horizon. It was Hawaii. Tommy had successfully navigated 1,500 miles all by herself. When rescuers finally found her, they were in total shock. They couldn't believe any human being could survive that ordeal. Tommy made it home, but she carried the loss of her fiancé with her forever. Her story is a powerful reminder that even when we lose everything, our will to survive can help us pull through the impossible. Do you think you would have the strength to keep fighting if you were in Tommy's shoes? Let us know in the comments, and if this story moved you, don't forget to share it with others.